In an effort to help Junhee's senile grandmother get better and allow Hyun and Minho some time to heal after their young son vanished 5 years prior, Hyun, Minho, and their young daughter Junhee relocate to MTJang. From the woods, the grandmother hears the voice of her deceased sister calling to her. 2 kids show up looking for their dog, the one that was killed in the car accident, right away. The kids follow the sound of their dogs barking to the brick wall. An invisible force pulls the girl through the wall's opening, but she manages to get away. The children rush to Minho and Hyun for assistance. In the woods, Hyun meets a little girl, but the children and her husband entice her away. He goes through the hole and discovers a locked door. A dead and disfigured woman falls through it as soon as he opens it. They inform the authorities of it. When the enigmatic girl shows up at their door that evening, Hyun takes her in. Saying that her name is Junhee, the girl calls her Mom and imitates Junhee's voice. Hyun finds evidence of the girl's abuse on her body. The girl and Hyun's inability to move on from their son's death worries Minho. The man from the beginning was located by the police. He now experiences visual issues and hears voices. The entity murders him. The grandmother tapes over the mirrors in the house because that's how the entity enters. Giving in to the voice of her sister, she follows it to the cave located behind the brick wall. When Minho goes in search of her, he also vanishes. The detective learns that MTJang has a large number of unsolved cases involving missing persons, all of whom claim to have heard the voices of deceased loved ones prior to going missing. Additionally, he discovers an old snapshot from the 1980s that shows a man with the same young girl that Hyun has adopted. Hyun asks their blind neighbor for assistance. The woman says that the girl who came to Hyun was the little daughter of a shaman who lived in these parts long ago. The shaman, an outcast in society, gained power by voluntarily serving the Jangsan tiger, a malevolent spirit that lived atop Mount Jangsan. After mistreating his daughter, the shaman gradually gave in to the entity's possession. To placate the tiger's spirit, he offered his own daughter as a sacrifice. Now cursed, he and his daughter use voice impersonation to entice and then sacrifice victims. Hyun is cautioned by the woman not to put too much trust in the young girl and that those who give in will become blind. Junhee is attacked by Jangsanbum. She is saved by Jangsanbum's daughter. Junhee is locked in her room by Hyun, who tells her not to believe any voices and to call the police if she doesn't come back. Next, Hyun asks the daughter of Jangsanbum to lead her to Minho. Jangsanbum follows them into a section of the cave that is covered in mirrors. Voices send Hyun into a panic, and she nearly gives in until Minho, who is now blind, smashes the biggest mirror that contains Jangsanbum's spirit, killing both the shaman and the spirit. The little girl imitating the voice of her missing son weakens Hyun, causing her to go blind. Minho begs her not to trust it and that it is not their son, but Hyun, unable to resist her son's voice, turns back at the cave's entrance. She goes back to the young girl, and together they enter the cave once more. When Minho staggers back outside, the detective discovers him.